is going on, guys? It's your boy Dylan the Villain, and we're coming back at you once again with some Total Extreme Wrestling 2020. It is ECW Hardcore Heaven. Saturday, week 4 of June 2001. We're in front of 20,000 strong in a sold-out crowd. I'm pretty sure it's sold out. But we're going to go ahead and get the pre-show taken out of the way in an abysmal pre-show matchup. We have Bryan Danielson defeating Ray Gordy in 12 of 24 by pinfall after a cattle mutilation. Danielson with a 33, Ray Gordy with a 14. Ray Gordy had debuted his hillbilly gimmick, and it got adequate. Not bad. Announcing color commentary gave the match a boost. The match got a 28. In our pre-show main event, we have CM Punk taking on Alex Skipper. In a pre-show match that had little heat and embarrassing wrestling, that's not good. CM Punk defeated Alex Skipper in 13:06 by submission with a arm triangle choke. The match got a 32. CM Punk with a 34. Alex Skipper with a 24. The crowd did not want to see Alex Skipper. Announcing in color commentary gave the match a boost. The segment got a 30. The match got a 32, not the segment. We open up the show with a huge triple threat between AJ Styles, Tatanka, and Tajiri, and a bout that had a decent reaction from the crowd, but terrible wrestling. AJ Styles defeats Masato Tanaka and Tajiri in order of elimination. Tajiri was first, then Tanaka was second. Tanaka carried the match in in-ring work. He got a 49. Match got a 45. What a great way to start off the pay-per-view, and what a big win for AJ Styles here tonight. I'm sure that is going to advance him up the card here, picking up a huge win against two guys who are trying to make their way up the television title ranking, and they got defeated by this young rookie named AJ Styles. He's getting better at his gimmick. James Mitchell did some excellent ring work. He has excellent chemistry with Tajiri. Match got a 45, not bad. We're going to move on to the next segment, which is our tag team main event. In a decent match, the Minnesota Stretching Crew defeats the Dudley Boys. They beat the Dudleys in 13:28 when Brock Lesnar pinned Bubba Ray Dudley with an overhead belly-to-belly. The Minnesota Stretching Crew make defense number 3 of the ECW World Tag Team titles. I did not see this one happening at all. We're going to break the fourth wall here. Bubba Ray Dudley wanted to put over Brock Lesnar. He said, hey man, I want to, I asked for the Dudleys and WWE sent them to me, and I was going to do this, the storyline with them. I don't know how long I have them. But I asked for them, and they sent them to me. And I wanted to do this big tag team storyline, and man, Bubba Ray Dudley, like the first night there, he was just like, hey, Brock Lesnar, huge potential, I want to put him over. And he was more than happy to put over Brock Lesnar in this matchup. Bubba Ray Dudley with a 70, Devon with a 66, Shelton Benjamin with a 44, and Brock with a 53. Shelton Benjamin slowly but surely getting up. The vocal crowd did not like seeing Shelton Benjamin. They didn't like it. Devon and Bubba Ray have excellent tag team chemistry together. The match got a 63. What a freaking banger of a matchup. I couldn't be more proud than these guys. Thank you, Bubba, for putting over Brock Lesnar. And we move on to the next segment. And after the match, Brock Lesnar and Shelton Benjamin start to beat the holy hell out of the Dudley Boys. The Dudley brothers. They start beating the holy hell out of them. Beating them with chairs, putting them through tables, everything like that. Security had to come out and get Brock and Shelton off. And they made a huge statement here tonight, beating the Dudley Boys. I don't think there is a tag team out there that can probably beat Brock and Shelton in ECW if they just defeated the Dudley Boys. We are going to have to see what competition they have in the near future. But as of right now, I mean, they beat one of the greatest tag teams in ECW history. Don't get any better than the Dudleys. And Brock and Shelton not only beat them, but made an example out of them after the match. Brock waving by, and he mouths, so long, enjoy the WWF. So, wow, Brock and Shelton sending the Dudley Boys back to the main roster with a big loss, man. With a big beatdown. Segment got a 56, not bad at all. Very good performance from everybody here. I hope it's not all downhill from here. I hope the other matches that I booked are absolute bangers. But man, I did not expect that match to do that good. That's why I put it on as the first title defense match. But man, probably gonna kick myself in the ass after that one. But man, what a banger of a match! I couldn't be more proud of these guys. I know the Dudleys probably carried the match a lot, but man, what a good tag team matchup rating that was. We're gonna move on to the next segment. As Mark Henry takes on Mikey Whipwreck, and of course, Mark Henry goes out there, beats the holy hell out of Mikey, beats him 1, 2, 3, dominant the whole time. The segment got a 45, Mark with a 49, and Mikey with a 43. Announcing color commentary gave the match a boost. Mark Henry picks up the win here tonight at Hardcore Heaven. Hey, look at this! Look at this! Look at this! So, we then cut backstage and we see this young kid. He has a jersey on and he has his cap on backwards. And please excuse me, I'm not the greatest freestyle rapper in the world. I was going to write everything out, but it wouldn't be freestyling if I did that, you know. So, we see this young kid and he turns around and he goes, "Yo, ECW, Hardcore Heaven, 2001. You're wondering who I am. My name's John Cena. And the era of Cena has just begun. You see, I don't care if it's the world title or the television title that you want to put me up against in a match. Because when it comes to the new talent, I'm at the top of this batch. Raven, Dreamer, RVD, every time these suckers get in the ring, I have to go take a pee. So, turn your TVs on and tune in every week, because when John Cena hits your TV, you know it's the absolute peak. I'm here to make a statement, to write my name in history, to be the greatest of all time. And with Vinnie Mac paying me, you know I'm going to be making that fat dime. So I'll see you on Hardcore TV in the next coming week. Because John Cena is coming to your television. I don't know. I couldn't rap anymore. But John Cena did really good. He had the crowd in his hand the whole time. He basically raps about, he doesn't care if it's Samoa Joe or Rhyno or whoever the world champion is. You know, he doesn't care who they put him up against, because he's the cream of the crop, brother. He's the absolute best wrestler that got sent down to ECW. And he's basically going to make ECW his. He's going to rule ECW. And he doesn't care who gets in his way. John Cena with a 66, not bad. He did it excellent without a script and had the crowd in his hand the entire time. John Cena, ladies and gentlemen, makes his debut here tonight at Hardcore Heaven. Not in a match, but he cuts a promo. We move on to the next segment. And it is Sabu taking on Lance Storm. And Lance Storm picks up the win, but it did not do what I wanted it to do. It was supposed to be Sabu gets distracted by RVD. RVD's music hits. As you know, they've been feuding. RVD's music hits. It distracts Bill Alfonso and Sabu, which gives Lance Storm the big win. And then after the match, RVD comes out to the ring. He beats up Sabu. He does he sets up for the Van Daminator. You know, he throws the chair and does the little swinging heel kick to Sabu. Bill Alfonso is blowing his whistle. He's trying to get RVD off of Sabu, and RVD hits Bill Alfonso with the chair. RVD celebrates in the ring. This storyline is far from over. We move on to the next segment. That segment got a 61 too. Not bad. And we go to the television title match. And of course, in a decent match, Samoa Joe defeats Little Guido. Little Guido put up the fight of his life. He lasted the longest out of anybody that Samoa Joe has went up against. Samoa Joe tried to put him in the Kimamara J. I don't know how to say it. He tries to put him in that chokehold that he's made famous in the Taz Mission chokehold. And Little Guido gets out of it every now and then. He dodges. Looks like Little Guido was going to win, but Joe caught him with a muscle buster, put him in it, and made him tap out. Samoa Joe makes defense number 2 of the ECW World Television Championship title. The match got a 56. Joe with a 61. Not bad, Joe. And Little Guido with a 38. The Joe Gonna Kill You storyline advances, but loses heat, and color commentary gave the match a boost. We move on to the next segment, and it is a promo. And Raven comes out to the ring with Beulah McGillicuddy, and he's cutting a promo on Tommy Dreamer, and he's basically like, Tommy, I beat you. You know, I took everything. I took your wife, your penthouse model wife, and I took everything from you. You know, I make more money than you. I have more money than you. I have nicer things than you. You know, you beat me once, Tommy. You beat me once, and that's all you're ever going to beat me. You know, that's all you're ever going to accomplish. That's all you're ever going to do. And so I'm proud to say that Beulah is going to get a divorce, and she's going to marry me, Tommy. We're getting married next week, and I couldn't be more happier. And he's just like, matter of fact, and then he just starts making out with Beulah on the camera. And at this time, Stevie Richards, I need to change his name to Stevie, not Steven, but Stevie Richards comes out, and he goes, Raven, he goes, your mind games with Dreamer, and this feud that y'all have has went on for years. It's long enough, man. Tommy's put it in the past, but you and that bitch Beulah have to go pull something like this. You know, Tommy, there was a time that I actually looked... Raven, there was actually a time that I looked up to you and idolized you and wanted to be like you. And the more that I realized how much of a twisted, sick piece of shit you are, the more I realized I wanted nothing to be like you. I'm sorry that your life is so miserable and pathetic, Raven, that you have to make people whose lives are living hell. I know that you have Beulah brainwashed somehow. I know Beulah is a gold digger, and she's probably only with you for your money. But I've had enough of this feud, and I had enough of you putting down Tommy. Tommy is the heart and soul of ECW, Raven. Right? You claimed that you were the best there ever was, the best there ever will be, that ECW ever had to offer, but I beg to differ. Even though Tommy's never won a championship and held it for a long time, Tommy is ECW. Tommy eats, sleeps, and breathes ECW. Tommy is everything ECW is, and he's the embodiment of ECW. And I'm not going to sit here and let you put down somebody who stayed here until the bitter end while you ran off to go make more money somewhere else. So, Raven, I'm sick of you, and I'm sick of that whore that you're with. And if you're man enough tonight, you're already in the ring. It looks like you're dressed to wrestle because you don't even wear anything except for a t-shirt and jeans. He's like, I'm dressed to wrestle. Let's have us a match here tonight. And so here we have it. We have Raven versus Stevie Richards here tonight. And in a decent match, Raven defeats Stevie Richards by pinfall with a power driver. It is supposed to be, let's see here. No, he beats him clean. He beats Stevie Richards clean. They have a back and forth match, and Raven picks up the win. I don't know why his finisher is a power driver. The match got a 65. I knew this match was going to do really good because Stevie Richards surprised me on the last episode with a good rating. The never-ending storyline advances, and it gains heat, so not bad at all on this one. Raven picks up the win against Stevie. And after the match, him and Beulah make out, and they go their separate ways. But here tonight, we have a tag team matchup as two members of the Triple Threat, Steve Corino and, not Steve Corino, I read Steve Corino's name, but two members of the Triple Threat, Mark Jindrak and the young Randy Orton, two young rookies, will take on Steve Corino and Dusty Rose. As we've seen, Dusty Rose came out to save him. Shane Douglas has the night off tonight. From what I know, he is not in the building here tonight. But Mark Jindrak and Randy Orton take on the team of Dusty Rose and Steve Corino. Steve Corino with almost an 80, a 70. Not bad, Steve Corino. Randy Orton and Mark Jindrak have great chemistry teaming together. Tammy Cinch, who is the manager of Mark Jindrak, they have pretty good chemistry together too. But in a decent match, Steve Corino and Dusty defeat the two members of Triple Threat when Steve Corino pinned Mark Jindrak with an old school explosion. In terms of in-ring work, Steve Corino was head and shoulders above everybody else. The match got a 56. I was kind of hoping this would do a little bit better, but I mean, I'm not surprised. 50s is about normal, but I was hoping this would do a good 60. But not a bad match. Steve Corino picks up the win with Dusty. And after the match, Dusty gives Steve Corino a hug. He invented a new catchphrase. He got a bicycle! He got a bicycle! But Dusty and Steve Corino, they hug after the match. And Dusty basically puts over Steve Corino and gives him a hug. And everything like that. Steve Corino, Dusty basically saying Steve Corino is destined to do some big things here in ECW. We move on to the next segment. This segment got a 70. Not bad at all. But we move on to the next segment. And it is our main event. Rhyno with a 70. Not bad, Rhyno. In a good match, Rhyno defeats Jerry Lynn by pinfall after a gore through the table. Rhyno makes defense number 3 of the ECW World Heavyweight Title. The match got a 69. Nice. Rhyno with a 70. Jerry Lynn with a 62. The world title storyline advances. Jerry Lynn did not have what it takes. Did not have what it took to beat Rhyno here tonight. Jerry Lynn with all the momentum in the world going into this matchup. And he just couldn't do it. He just couldn't pull it off. And after the match, Rhyno celebrates in the ring. Perfect strangers hit. It's Shane Douglas. He comes out on the stage and he stands there and he points at Rhyno. And he does the hand motion around his waist. He wants that World Heavyweight Title. Shane Douglas is looking to become the franchise once again of ECW. Can he beat Rhyno? Or will Rhyno continue his warpath of domination, of destroying anybody who gets in his way? We will have to find out on ECW television on Wednesday, guys. that will finish the show. We got a 67, not bad at all, but I think we have to do a 70 for the pay-per-view provider, which is bad news for us. But we're going to go ahead and make some speeches. We are going to give Rhyno some love. He did good. We are going to compliment Bubba Ray Dudley for putting over Brock Lesnar, and we are going to give, where's my guy, Steve Corino once again. We are going to compliment on a good performance, and point out as a good example. We're going to make some speeches. Seem pleased and seem pleased. I did it backwards, didn't I? But anyway, guys, that was Hardcore Heaven. I believe the next pay-per-view will be Heatwave 2001. Thank y'all for watching, guys. Thank y'all for liking. Dusty Rose with a new catchphrase. Let's see here. Disco Inferno. Double J, Jeff Jarrett, wins the TEW World Heavyweight Title. Let's see what TCW is. What is TCW? Johnny B. Bad. He beats Johnny B. Bad. Not bad at all. Good stuff here all around. Good stuff all around. All around here. But thank y'all for watching. Let's see here. Yeah, we didn't pull off a 70. Some drug test, all that good stuff. We did not pull off the 70, so the pay-per-view provider is not too pleased with us on that note. But thank y'all for watching, guys. Thank y'all for liking the video, like always. My name is Dylan the Villain. If you like this episode and want to, if you're new to the channel and want to subscribe, click on Dusty Rose right here. The subscribe icon will be right here if you're new to the channel. If you like this episode and want to go back and watch previous episodes, that playlist will be right here. And if you want to watch some other TEW content, the WWF save will be right here. SummerSlam. We are taking a break from the WWF, and we are booking some storylines and everything like that, and doing all that good stuff. But like we always say here at Pro Am Gaming, if you can't play with each other,
play with yourself.
We'll see y'all on the next episode, guys. Thank y'all for watching.